close today. Uh, it's not easy. It's not as easy as it looks. It needs origami folding as well as a little bit of sculpting. So you'll have to be a little creative with your hands. I'm going to make this twice. First time I'm going to explain the instructions step by step, and the second time I'm going to make it silently. So let's begin with a square. Take a bright colored square paper and let's begin. Yeah. So first start with the diagonals. After the second diagonal, you got to just take approximately around 10 mm or something, maybe a centimeter, like this. Make a strip and then open it all the way to the square. Then fold it in the other direction, and here again take the same distance that you have taken on the other side. So actually you'll see two squares here, right? Open this, and this time fold it into quarter like this. So you see one square here now. So on the square you make this diagonal, right? So when you open the sheet you see a square in the middle. Now just try to get all the edges of the square as a mountain fold. I think two will be valley, two will be mountain, and get these diagonals also as mountains. Okay, so it's going to look like this basically. Now you hold the paper like this and you sink in the square. Just push the square down like that, and when you get both of them together you'll see that the paper is actually folding on any one way. So you'll get this flap to the left or the right, whatever. So after you get this kite kind of shape, bring this down here, flip over the piece and get this flap down here like this. So actually what have you done? You've added a twist in the paper. So this is also a beginning for a great tessellation, but we won't be going into that. It's quite tough. Okay, now after this you have to pay a little attention. So on the back side you see a simple cross, right? Now we need to have 4 operations. In the first one you got to get this edge here, somewhere here. So this is where your sculpting begins to start. You need to have this entire thing as a convex surface. So lift this flap and just forcibly bring it around here like this, and make the crease at the bottom. So on the back side you'll see this crease running all the way here, right to the center. Make a nice sharp crease and just release, just fold it back into its position. Okay, so you see this one crease here. Now you do it to the second petal. Take this thing, forcibly keep it on the next petal, and on the back side you make this crease, right? And then you open it. Then you take the third one, keep it on the fourth one, and remember this has to be convex surface. So third done, and get this like an arc here, and then the fourth one. So when this touches here, this will form an arc kind of thing. So you hold both these flaps together, and on the back side you just make this crease here. So you see we have now 4 creases, and the paper is almost like a convex paper. Now a very tough part, you have to fold all these 4 creases together, these new 4 creases that you created. So you hold the first one, then you hold the second one, then you hold the third one and the fourth one, and at the same time, so I formed a kind of a cylinder. So at the same time, start to give a little gap towards the center. You can even push in the center with your finger, but the paper will now start to look like a cylinder. So this is what is the back side. You see this nice cylinder here, and the cylinder is going to be with these 4 points. Okay, so this is the front side, the top, and this is the bottom. So now we got to work on the bottom part now. So if you see, these 4 petals are actually this one, the next one, and the next one. So take any one petal and bring this point at this edge here, and just make a crease only on this small part. And now you see a triangle getting formed. Just fold the triangle at the back and just tuck it behind, so it's now gone inside back. Now do that to the second petal. So you see a nice triangle here, creases are already there. Just fold it and tuck it at the back. Then the third petal, make a crease, and the fourth petal. This is one model that you cannot learn by just making the first one. You have the more you make, the more you'll master this thing. Okay, so now it's locked. Actually, it's locked in place. Okay, it's starting to look like a rose, but it's not done yet. Now what you need to do, so you have these 4 points, you need to just fold them inside, like all of them. They'll actually lock. So it's like you formed a box actually, but it's okay. Now on the front side, you see this nice curve that is coming right from the center to the outside petal. Give it a nice curve here like this. So now is where the sculpting thing, is required. Yeah, and you can just push in the center a little bit, but effectively it starts to look like a rose, like a beautiful rose. I'm going to make it silently, without talking, without any instructions, in my normal speed. it's the asymmetry that makes it beautiful. So it's not necessary that all the petals have to be beautiful or have to be similar, sorry. Thank you very much for following my channel and sending me photographs of the models that you're making. I'm like seriously impressed by the kind of perfection and the models that you're making. So this particular model is going to be really tough. It's not as easy as it looks. So this is going to be a challenge. So let's see if you can make this and send me your photographs. So I'll be waiting. So all the best.